In this video, we're going to talk about how to set up the tools in the new Morph UI. So let's take a look at what we're going to have here. So I've set up the Lettuce Army team as the team that has all of these updates. So let's take a look. We can go to the development team. And what we can see here is under the development or developer morph, we have multiple different categories of weapons on the right-hand side here. We have a primary weapon, which we can only select one of. Now, the system only comes with one, but you can have multiple primary weapons and it will only let you pick one. You can select 3 secondary items, and then we have team items and division items. So all Lettuce Army people can have this shield, and all people on the development team division can have this AK-47. And then when we click spawn, we spawn in with all the items that we selected. Now, they're all just temporary testing items for you to replace with your own, so they don't work or they don't do anything. They're just kind of here to exist, but you guys get the point. So let's go over how to set that up. So in the new Morph UI, what we have here inside server storage is we have our morphs in server storage and our tools in server storage. Now the tools are it's just a folder of all the tools that you have in the game. Pretty self-explanatory. And then inside of our morphs, inside of Lettuce Army, we have here is our team tools. So instead of having the tools inside the folders, we put in values. Now I'm using bool values, but really you can use any value you want. It can be string value, number value, whatever you want, doesn't matter. But we put those inside the folders. So in this case, I want everybody in the Lettuce Army team to have a shield. So I put it under the tools folder for Lettuce Army. And everyone in the development team gets an AK-47 in their tools. And then we did the developer morph. So under developer, we have 2 subsections here. We have a primary folder and a secondary folder. You can add as many folders as you want. So like, for example, I could have like 30 folders here with all different names and whatnot. So you guys can go all crazy with that. It supports infinite folders. But for this primary one, we have in here our M16 and rocket launchers. Now we can have, of course, multiple weapons in here, of course. So there's no limit to how many weapons you can have in here. But if you want to set up how many items a player can select from a folder, we have a limit to attribute here. So primary, we set the limit to be 1. And then secondary, we set the limit to be 3. Now we also have a UI order here. So primary, we want UI order to be 1, and secondary, UI order 2. And that's how you set up the new tools in the new Morph UI. So if you have any questions on how to set up your tools or how to set up your morphs, let me know in the Discord server and we will help you out there.